To save my okay, it says 4 o'clock up there. We're going.
Know nothing about
All right, good afternoon, boys and girls. It is Wednesday, September 3rd. This is a special meeting of the City of Lawrence Parks and Rec Board. We only have one item on the agenda. We will stick strictly to the rules of special meetings and the like. What we have here before us is a use agreement recommendation between the Indy Colts, which I'm going to ask a question momentarily, Indy Colts Football and Cheer, and City of Lawrence Board of Parks and Recreation. Couple things why we're working through here, and Leroy Owens, who is the president of Indy Colts Football and Cheer, did indicate he'd be here, and what I say, I want to make sure it gets on the record. I communicated today to Eric, Mr. Owens, and City Council. First, I want to give a big high five and shout out to Amber for working through this renewed rewording of a use agreement with the Indy Colts. And in all, and I will be blunt, in all reality, it's been not so much it's Indy Colts, not LTFL. LTFL is a figment, hate to say it, of our imagination nowadays. And I will go ahead and I'll repeat so it's on the record what I said Friday, and I mentioned it today in a letter. LTFL / Indy Colts football have not been good patrons for this department, more importantly to this city, as far as their honesty and paying up and the like. I guess I'm a softie, though. I know Mr. Owens, he is a very good man. Kids, I see how he interacts with kids at Lawrence North. He's outstanding in how he handles the youth and the like. I just have been uncomfortable with not following through with agreements, payment. It does paint this department into a bad situation if agreements are not adhered to, because agreements we get in with organizations, I respect all of our people who are insane enough to run youth organizations, but we also have to remember we have to be good stewards to the neighborhoods, community around all of our facilities. And with that being said, Miss Amber, City Legal and Eric have worked through wording, taking the old LTFL agreement and working it. What we have before us is a request, and I need to know, is it Indy Colts or Circle City Colts? Okay, thank you. Just double check and make sure the verbiage is correct. What we have is a request to use the Eugene Burns Football Park fields, 2 fields on Monday, Wednesday and Thursday off field, and Sunday as listed all the fields between September 3rd of 25 and November 6th of 25. Hopefully I'm reading it right. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. And then Sunday, September 7, 14, October 12, 2025, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And a couple of things, changes here. And Eric, you can help me here. Point 3 of the agreement, $75 per field per game. Is that $1,500 for utilities, Eric?
It's $500.
Okay, $500 for utilities, payable no later than November 7 of 25. Following 3, Part A, is a document list of board of members by September 30. That's important. There will be no charge, admission, parking, or any other fee to the public. Since without the prior written consent of the board, I'm going to speak for the board. There will be no paid admission, no parking, none of that. I'm going to go ahead and speak for the board. There will be none of that. There will be security at all events at the expense of the licensee. And Eric, you know how to coordinate that with the city and make sure Mr. Owens is in contact. That has to be in place. Number 19 is kind of an underreaching thing, or it kind of just spells out. any breach of any of the terms in this agreement. And I sent out, and no secret, sent it to public folks, so it is of the record. I did not mix my words today, but I am reluctantly, but I am such a big supporter of youth athletics. I don't care if it's travel, rec, you know, it's so important. And I do support entering into this agreement, but I will not in any way, shape, or form tolerate anything that comes close to being in breach of this agreement. I was very disturbed when I've driven past there and saw organized activity out there, and I know the organization did not have an agreement, more importantly, insurance. That's why lawyers get billable hours because of such behavior. We won't tolerate it. Eric, part 24 talks about key. What keys are needed out there? We need one key for out there, not 5 or 6. We need one key that locks the bathrooms, the storage. One key goes to Mr. Owens, and that's it. We've got too many different locks out there. I say that from Lawrence North. I walk around with 30 keys for 30 different, that makes me crazy. It doesn't take much there. But I don't care what we have to do. We need one key for one system for all the locks. Because when I drive by there on my park drive-throughs over the weekend, top of the tower out there, the door's wide open. And it was that way through Tuesday morning. Now, I don't know who has access. I don't know what's up there. But that's unacceptable. And I think all the storage and rooms there need to be under one key system, and it needs to be done immediately so we can issue Mr. Owens one key. And if there are any outstanding keys that are in possession by Indy Colts, those need to be returned to the city. That needs to be addressed.
Okay. Also, just to add on, we do have a copy of the insurance.
Yes. Which to me, forget everything else, the most important thing, document we have up here. Is make sure that we are covered. It's, okay, Mr. Owens, help me out there. Under the insurance, it says City Colts football and cheer. I don't know what your not-for-profit status is listed with the Secretary of State. Is it City Colts or Indy Colts? City Colts. Okay. We'll make sure we're going to get that corrected on the agreement. So it is City Colts. Like I said, let's be capiche, make sure everything jives with it. So let's make sure on the agreement that we get that amended to State City Colts. Questions, board?
Could you go through the fees? again?
Yes, real quick, and it'll be for game charges, which is the Sundays listed. Payment is $75 per field per game. Will we have a schedule of games?
Yes.
Plus payable monthly, but plus $500 for utilities representing a direct payment. The direct payment portion of the fee is due by November 7th.
So there's no fee for the weekday use?
No, in years past, we've always allowed the league to have practice at no fee and just charged fees on the week,
Per game.
on the games, yeah.
Now, were they the ones who were using the fields at other times? Somebody was there, right? I mean, somebody was using it on a fairly organized basis.
I think Mr. Owens' group has been using it, and there's some other groups that are out there that we're going to
I understood that.
resolve that issue.
The name Colts, are they affiliated with the?
Mr. Owens, the direct affiliation the Circle City Colts have with the big boy Colts, is there? Okay, got it. Involved.
Is that,
Unofficially, yes, but no, not officially.
Got it.
so did the official Colts approve that?
I was going to say,
You know,
well, it's kind of like,
I mean, I know that does happen, but
as long as they operate, being dork enough, as long as any youth league operates in the realm of a not-for-profit, they are free of the copyright
Okay.
infringement. And why I know that, I don't know
you
why.
know, that's
They need a
Good-
life.
Good to know.
Okay. Any other questions?
So, in the contract, it's probably standard stuff, but how do you break the contract if something does go wrong?
Well, if you go in section 19 of the agreement, it's pretty broad-based. Licensed use of prisoners may be denied or revoked by the board whenever the use may interfere with the regular use, where there's been a violation of rules, regulations of the board, or where the board deems the proposed activity not in public interest. That's that phrase there is a broad
Which number is
statement.
that, Jeff?
24.
Pardon?
24?
Yes, sir. Or 19, I'm sorry.
Oh, 19.
Section 19, and then, yeah, section 19. And I do appreciate council cleaning up section 22, cleaning up on discrimination and the like. That cleans that whole section up nicely. Even a slap like me can read that and understand it. And to be honest, the big one, Mr. Owens, is that number 12 with the security. Knowing the folks at Boston Commons and Standish Estates over there, that's always a big to-do with them on a Sunday, especially with noise and parking and the like. So please, you and Eric iron out who you have to deal with the City of Lawrence Police Department to provide security. And I'll go ahead and say it cannot be in-house security. It has to be through the City of Lawrence Police Department.
Send it to him now.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. Burns?
No, I think that's about it.
Mr. Repair, Mr. Owens, you have anything since you're out here? Come on down, my friend.
What's Madden's?
I had to sit up a little bit. Got a bad hip and it hurts to sit for very long.
Todd?
Hello,
Hello.
Leroy Owens with City Coach Football. I was just referring back to the payments and nothing of charge, not being able to charge entry fee. Again, dealing with the youth of our
Well,
community.
not entry fee, no admission fee.
Admission fee, entry fee is basically to maintain, to buy equipment and stuff. So admission was what goes towards paying for security, making sure we can fund utilities, because that's a new one on us now as well. So that was the purpose of even doing that originally anyway, so we can try to gain some kind of funds to be able to pay these things.
The big issue the city has, unlike going up to Mudstocks and Fishers and the like, those individuals are employees of the city of Fishers who collect the fees when you go into facilities in Fishers. Not having the ability to totally account for every dollar that is collected for parking and or admission to the event is an issue. If $1,000 are collected, the City of Lawrence and Colts football should be able to see there's $1,000 that are sitting there. It's an accountability issue that city attorney and Mayor Whitfield have determined is too big of a risk for the city to say yes to. And it is a big one. I did my digging around of other local parks departments and youth leagues, and the individuals that collect the fees for it, you can do one or two ways. They can be employees of that city, or the youth league pays up front a percentage of anticipated admission fees up front to help steer the whole thing toward accountability.
Okay, is there a way we can come back and circle back around?
I'm going to be honest, no. City is, at this time, is not going to tolerate youth leagues charging admission to their events. Originally, it didn't start with Circle City Colts. It was one of our Little League baseball programs was charging admission going pre-COVID, and that went over not very well. With either that previous administration and this administration is towing that same line.
All right, what other choice I have, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to do it for the baby, so
I understand.
at
And
some
we,
point, I guess we'll.
like I said, it's kind of, we all carry a certain burden, we are carrying the burden of the 50,000, the folks of Lawrence, make sure that what we do is, the accountability is on the up and up. For those folks, as we do hear from people going, hey, they're charging the park or get into this event, which has never happened, of course, didn't say that being right or that being wrong, but
No, I mean,
we are
it's-
carrying the mantle for the
Day and times
citizen.
we're in, we gotta have security events now.
Yes,
we gotta,
sir.
We gotta protect these babies. So what comes with that is entry fees to certain things, just like the price will go up at a football game
Correct.
because of security now. But I understand. That's where we at now, so.
Yes, sir.
Mr.
Any other-
President,
Go ahead.
why now? Why didn't this come earlier to us?
What, this,
Yeah, the
request for the
agreement,
agreement?
yeah.
That, I don't know. Eric, can you answer that? Because, yeah, I was kind of
It's
thinking that
kinda
too.
late.
I'm not
It
pointing
is
the
late,
finger at
yes.
anybody, but it's kind of late in the day for it. Late in the game.
Because of the I-9 agreement that we signed, we had some conflicting dates on that, so Mr. Owens brought back some additional dates to have his tournaments on. So these were outside those Saturday dates that we've already.
Because I-9 is
Already-
Saturday, correct?
Correct.
And that's the only days of the week they will be out there?
Yes.
And then our hurlers are out there when?
Their season's done. They are asking for some additional Saturdays and Sundays. I don't know if this.
So when we hear from them, we'll
Yeah.
address that.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering why.
Right.
It seems like we're up against the wall here.
Yeah. And I know the Colts have been playing at or other places and the like, but they're in the middle of high school football seasons, and the rule is, and the varsity team plays at home, their JV teams play on the road, but LN will play after Friday their next 4 games where the Saturdays will be occupied by JV and freshman football.
So you've been playing at,
At the high schools.
At the high schools.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So, anything else, Mr. Owens, Mr. Eric? Anything?
You can either sign the agreement you have, or we'll change the format and.
I trust that it will get the right name on there. I'm not going to worry about the typo part there. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Owens, for your input. With that being said, we have before us a use agreement between the Circle City Colts and the City of Lawrence Parks Board. I would entertain a motion.
so moved.
Second? Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Hut, let's play some football. All right, thank you. Like I said, my goal moving forward was to have a good, this season good, and let's work on moving forward after this season. I had a good partnership before, hopefully you heard as you were coming in, Mr. Owens, working with youth, insane enough to oversee a youth league. I respect the hell out of you for that, and knowing you and what you put on. Yeah, parents are insane. The kids are easy. The parents are nuts. So and it doesn't matter what the sport is. So you have my utmost respect. Let's have a good season. And you and Eric work together, keys, security, all that fun stuff. Thank you. Well, if there being no other business, we are adjourned. All right.